All right, so just finishing up stuff here with linear equations. So anytime, like first thing you gotta do here, we're trying to get point slope, intercept standard. First thing we need to do is get the slope. So we got 11 minus 9 in the numerator, 12 minus 8 in the denominator. So it's gonna be 2 over 4. So 2/4 is gonna reduce down to 1/2. When we go to do point slope form, you can use either point. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to choose the first point. So y minus 9 equals 1/2 times x minus 8. Again, your point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So let's get this into slope intercept form then. So we have y minus 9 equals 1/2 x minus 4. Add 9 to both sides, and I get y equals 1/2 x plus 5. So to get this into standard form then, I want to get my x term to the left side. So it's going to be negative 1/2 x plus y equals 5. And I want to get rid of this negative 1/2, okay? I want to get my coefficient of x positive, and I don't want any fraction. So I'm going to multiply everything by -2. Whatever that denominator is there, that's what I'm going to multiply by. If it's a negative, I'm going to make this a negative. And that's going to give me just plain old x minus 2y equals -2 times 5 is -10. As long as you multiply every term by the same constant, it's going to keep the same value, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, next up, let's get our slope here. So we're going to have, again, x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, so as far as my slope goes, I'm going to have 2 minus -10. And then in the denominator, 5 minus -1. So my slope is just going to be 2. So when I go to do point slope form, I can use either point. So you could have, like if I use the first point, I'm going to have y minus -10. So I could do that. Equals 2 times x. All right, just change it to y plus 10 then, because you're subtracting a negative, just like if you're working with slope formula there. So you could have this, or if I wanted to use the second point, I could have y minus 2 equals 2 times x minus 5. Okay, so this and this, doesn't matter. It's the exact same equation. If you go graph those, you'd see that they're the exact same line. All right, so let's get this into slope intercept. I'm just going to use that second one there to get this into slope intercept. Add 2 to both sides. So I get y equals 2x minus 8. All right, and I got that negative there, so I'm just going to multiply everything by -1 just to get that positive right there. So I have 2x minus y equals 8 for my standard form. All right, so next up, point slope form. Let's get our slope. So that's going to be -10 in the numerator, and my denominator is going to be 15. So it's going to reduce down to -2/3 for my slope. I'm just using my second point here. I got -2/3 times x minus 6. So to get slope intercept, that means I have y minus 3 equals -2/3 x. It'll be plus 4 because -2/3 times -6, negative times a negative is going to be a positive. Add 3 to both sides, so we'll get y equals -2/3 x plus 7. My standard form, well, we got to move that -2/3 to the left. So I'm going to have 2/3 x plus y equals 4. Multiply everything by 3, so it'll give me 2x plus 3y equals 12. All right, so next up, we're graphing here. All right, so we got y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5. So start at your y-intercept at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have a slope of negative 1/2. So that means I'm going to go down 1, right 2. All right, next up we got y equals 3x minus 4. So I'm going to start at my y-intercept at negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there, slope of 3, right 1, up 3, right 1. All right, so when you get these in standard form, you can use standard form, or if you want to get them in slope-intercept, it really doesn't matter. But if you want to just get your x-intercept, you could have 4x minus 3 times 0 equals 12. So 4x equals 12, which means x equals 3. We got a y-intercept or x-intercept at 3. So it'd be 3, 0. My y-intercept, put 0 in for x. We get negative 3y equals 12, y equals negative 4, so 0, negative 4. And there's our line. Same thing over here. We can get our x-intercept. So negative 4x plus 8 times 0 equals negative 16. So x is 4. My y-intercept, so we get 8y equals negative 16. So y equals negative 2. So it'll be at 0, negative 2. Again, that was at 4, 0. 0, negative 2 is right there. All right, then finally, these are in point slope form. I honestly don't like graphing from point slope form. I'm just going to get these in slope intercept. So it's going to be negative 2x minus 8, add 6 to both sides. So we're graphing y equals negative 2x minus 2. That makes life a little bit easier. All right, this one's in standard form, so my x-intercept is going to be 20 divided by 5 is 4, so we'll have 4, 0. 20 divided by negative 10 is negative 2. So it's actually the same line we had before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, negative 2. All right. So we're just slope-intercept and standard form here. Again, point-slope form really isn't used a whole lot. So we got a slope of 1/2, and it goes through 410. So that means I got to figure out my y-intercept here. So 1/2 times 4 plus b, sorry. So 10 equals 2 plus b. So that means b equals 8. So we're going to have y equals 1/2 x plus 8. Now, to get this to standard form, we got to get the 1/2 x over there. So again, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. Standard is ax plus by equals c. So that's going to be negative 1/2 x plus y equals 8. I want to get rid of the negative, and I want to get rid of that denominator at 2. So everything's going to get multiplied by negative 2. So I get x minus 2y equals negative 16 is going to be my standard form. So slope is 0 and passes through 5, 6. So if it's a horizontal line, your equation is going to be y equals 6. But I'll show you here. If we try and figure out b, 0 times 5. So b equals 6. So when you go to write this out, your slope is 0, so you're going to have 0x plus 6. Don't write 0x. It's just going to be y equals 6 is your final answer. All right, there's no x term, so your standard form is actually just y equals 6 as well. You could write 0x plus y equals 6, but writing 0x, 0 times x is just x. Or 0 times x is just 0, sorry. So we got to figure out our slope first. So it's going to be negative 8 minus 0, 12 minus 0. So we're going to end up with negative 8/12. Reduce that down to negative 2/3. You're going through at 0, 0. So that's the y-intercept right there. When x is 0, that's your y-intercept. So my equation is just y equals negative 2/3 x. When you go to get this in the standard form, you're going to have 2/3 x plus y equals 0. Multiply everything by 3. You get 2x plus 3y equals 0 for a final answer there. All right, so here we get negative 17 over 0. All right, so we get negative 17 divided by 0. That's undefined. All right, so this is a vertical line. There's only one way to write this. It's just x equals 4. Notice both our points, 4, 12, 4, negative 5. X equals 4 in both those. So that's it. It's just x equals 4. It's a vertical line. Remember, vertical lines are not a function. So here we got point slope. Let's get into slope intercept. So that means we have y minus 5 equals 3/4 x minus 6. Add 5. So we're going to get y equals 3/4 x minus 1. Move my 3/4 x to the left, so it's going to be negative 3/4 x plus y equals negative 1. Multiply everything by negative 4 to get rid of the negative. Get rid of the 4 in the denominator. Again, whatever's in the denominator, that's what you're going to multiply by. So I end up with 3x minus 4y equals 4 for standard form there. So I distributed the negative 1/2 x to both those. I got negative 1/2 x. Negative times a negative is a positive 3 there. And then I got to subtract 8. So I'm going to get y equals negative 1/2 x minus 5. Standard form, I got to add the 1/2 x to the left. Multiply everything by 2. So I'm just going to end up with x plus 2y equals negative 10. All right, so for line A, you got the graph here. Line A, the y-intercept's at 6. Your slope is, well, we're going through right there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So your slope is -3/4 on A, and your y-intercept is at 6. So to get that in standard form, you're going to have 3/4 x plus y equals 6. Multiply everything by 4 then. So 3x plus 4y equals 24 would be my standard form then. For line B, all right, line B, we had a whole number there, a whole number there. Looks like we have a slope of 1/2. We're going up 1, right 2. So slope of 1/2, so we got 1/2 x, y-intercept at 5. So in this one, we're going to, and in between here, we're going to move our 1/2 x to the left. So it's going to be -1/2 x plus y equals 5. Multiply everything by -2. So x minus 2y equals -10. For line C, we're going through at 0, 0. And it's pretty steep. We're going down 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1. So we have a slope of -4. And your y-intercept's at 0, so just plus 0. So just y equals -4x is all you need. Standard form is just going to be 4x plus y equals 0. That's it. And then D, looks like we're going up 2, right 1. Up 2, right 1. Y-intercept's at -4. So y equals 2x minus 4. So then we'll have -2x plus y equals -4. Just multiply everything by -1 here. Get that coefficient of x positive, so 2x minus y equals 4. All right, I'll just, the scatter plots are going to take too long to go over, so I'm just going to do them, and then I'll post it with the solutions here. If you got any questions, please let me know.